Okay, today we'll continue with yesterday's class. Okay, before that, I wanted to tell you your grades. Okay, yesterday's that project work, Priyanka has got A plus. Please note it down. Okay, Priyanka has got A plus, Shubham A, Abhishek B plus plus. Yo Surya, okay, Suna, Sarika, Saria.
Saruja, ma'am.
Saruja, oh, Saruja has got A. Diksha Shrestha and Diksha, both Dikshas have got B plus plus. Asmita's is A. Josna ko pani A. Asna is A plus. Anu is A. Nisha A. Sony A. But Sony, only thing is we have made it too elaborately. त्यति साह्रो elaborate पनि चाहिँदैन. At least notes को फर्ममा हुनु पर्थ्यो. It's needed भन्दा पनि अलिक बढी नै भयो है. But anyway, you worked hard for it. So you get an A. Kalam is B plus. Rekha is A. Mamta B plus. Rostika A. Sangita is B plus. Sangita, you have not sent me your second one, okay? I have not got your second one. Second
I
one
have sent that.
अब आएको छैन मेरोमा है. Please resend it. I don't know. You may have missed out.
Defense mechanism, ma'am.
Huh?
Ego
Yes?
defense mechanism. I have sent that.
Ego defense mechanism is not second one. No? Oh, second one. In the first one. First one, next thing. No. You were absent in your Viva. Bitsukowala is the Viva.
No, ma'am.
Okay,
I was present.
in your Viva.
I was
But
present, ma'am.
You gave Viva? Did you give?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
you were the last person, right, who gave the Viva that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Then after that, Saraswati has got A. Okay. Saraswati has got A. You, Kunika, you have not sent. I have not received yours. Samiksha has got B plus. Ani Kamna's also I have not received. Kamna's I have not received. Okay. So this many people, and I think that roll number 22 exana. Yes.
I'll try to send it again, ma'am. Kamana.
Oh. तिमीले पठाएकै छैन कामना हिजो आकै छैन. I've checked everyone's है. Yours has not come.
I'll send it again, ma'am.
Have you made it?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you made it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then send it. I put on the meals again. Okay. So we'll continue with today we'll continue with your child psychology. Now this part of Freud's theory is the second part of Freud's theory is your amnesia. Okay, osteop projection, all this we've finished, okay? Okay. So the next part is about the stages. It is a stage theory, okay? This Sigmund Freud's theory is psychoanalytical theory, is a stage theory. Stage theory means there are stages in it, okay? From one stage to another, child has to progress. And if the child doesn't progress smoothly, then some part of the initial stage will stay with him and as a fixation, okay? So there are 5 stages according to this theory. They are the oral stage. 1 minute, okay? Okay, so the 5 stages in this theory are the oral stage, anal stage, phallic stage, latency stage, and genital stage. You can get all of these together as a single question in a long question format. Otherwise, you can also get the subdivisions as a short note itself. Okay, so this is very important. So the psychosexual theory, the psychoanalytic psychosexual theory has 5 stages: oral stage, anal stage, phallic stage, latency stage, and genital stage. So if you look at this explanation itself also, you'll see there are words which will describe the parts, certain parts of the body, okay? So first is the before we go into this, you have to know there are 2 things there, okay? One is the erogenous zone and one is the concept of fixation. So erogenous zone bhaneko chai, in the body, there are certain areas in the body which will feel the most tension or which will feel the need for getting satisfied at different ages. Okay, like in the infant, it is the oral cavity and sucking reflex, and in the form of sucking reflex. And if that sucking reflex is fulfilled, the child will be satisfied. Okay, after that is the anal stage. Anal stage, the erogenous zone, the tension where it is felt is in the anal region of the child. Okay, so these areas will produce certain stimuli. Okay, and these are fulfilled. If they are not fulfilled, it will not go on smoothly to the next stage. The child will not develop smoothly to the next stage, and certain parts of that stage will always remain with the child. For example, if the child is not fed properly in the oral stage, if the mother doesn't fulfill the basic nutritional requirements of the child, okay, or even the nurturing of the child, then later on the child will start sucking on things. Okay, so that will go on and establish as a thumb sucking habit, nail biting habit. Okay, so the desire of each changes from age to age. However, some individuals will not lose a certain desire which should be at that age, but it will continue to further age. It should be at an age of 3 years, but it may continue to 10 years, 12 years, even adulthood. Certain things should be there for a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, but it will continue for later life also. It has to be left behind as one grows, but certain things, if the tensions are not met properly, if it is not satisfied properly at that age itself, it will progress further. Okay, so that is known as fixation. So in each stage, you see an erogenous zone and you see the concept of fixation. Okay, so I put it in these headings. So if you want any answers also, you can put it in these headings itself. Okay, so the oral stage is from birth to 18 months. 18 months means 1.5 years. The erogenous zone during this time is the oral cavity. And to meet the desires of the erogenous zone, certain activities have to be carried out. Those activities are known as gratifying activities. The activities which will fulfill the needs are known as gratifying activities. So nursing, eating, mouth movement, sucking, swallowing, all these come under the gratifying activities. During this time, the interaction with the environment. During this time, the child is small. The only environment it has around it is his primary caregiver and the mother. So mother's breast is the primary source of milk as well as love for the child. Okay, so the child will cuddle up to the mother. It will need the mother's protection. Okay, and at this age, the child is controlled by the id, which requires immediate gratification. That is, it works on the pleasure principle, and it requires the needs to be fulfilled immediately. Okay, now fixation of this age is if the needs are not met properly, if the mother does not feed the child on time, if the mother does not take care of the child or caregiver doesn't take care of the child, then the child can have addictive behaviors later on, like overeating, smoking, drinking, nail biting, thumb sucking, all those things. Okay, so these are the fixation for the oral stage. After this comes the anal stage. From 18 months onwards, the child starts walking. So child starts getting a little bit independent. Okay, so during this time, the major activity that child learns and child can do independently and tries to do is his bowel movements. Okay, that is going to the toilet, doing potty and all. So he has the capacity to withhold it also. If he doesn't want to do it for some time, he can withhold it. He won't just pass it out like a small newborn baby or a small child, right? So the erogenous zone during this time is the anus, and the gratifying activity is bowel movement and withholding such movement, because the child can know that it has a it has an effect on it. Okay, it can have a it can control it, or it cannot control it, like that. Okay, so interaction with the environment during this time is, during this time the major event that occurs, it is before the child goes to school. Okay, so during this time the major event that occurs is toilet training, and then he can exercise his control. If he doesn't want to carry out the bowel movement, he will not. He will act stubborn and he'll say no, even if he wants to, because he knows he can withhold it at his will. Okay, so it makes him feel that he can dominate certain situations. Now there are certain fixations from this event also. Okay, if the parents are too lenient about the toilet training, then later on that will stay as a fixation in the form of sloppy, disorganized, reckless, and careless behavior. And it is known as anal expulsive personality. If the parents have been too strict about toilet training, then the child may have developed OCD type of behavior, right? Like clean, orderly, intolerant to those who are not clean. Okay, so those are known as anal retentive personality. Okay. After this comes the phallic stage. The phallic stage comes at around 4 to 5 years. By this time, the child will have already gone to school. The child will have a social environment. Child will have understanding that this is a boy, this is a girl. Okay, so there are different genders. Okay. Again, from 4 to 5 years, the erogenous zone is the genital region because they have a curiosity about those regions at this age. Okay, and gratifying activity, genital fondling, interaction with the environment during this time, during the phallic age stage is the most important. Okay, and it can come as question also. During this time, it is seen that the female child will be more attached to the male parent, and the male child will be more attached to the female parent. Like boys will be attached to their mothers, and girls will be attached to their fathers more. Okay, so this complex that is present in the boys is known as the Oedipus complex. These are all taken from Greek mythology. Okay, and for the girls, it is known as the Electra complex. Okay, so in the Electra complex, the girl child will be more attracted or more attached towards the father, and they'll not like the mothers much. And in the Oedipus complex, the boys will be more attracted towards their mothers, and they'll not like their father more, and they'll think the parent of the same sex is actually they get jealous of the parent of the same sex. Okay, so this has to be resolved properly. The child has to resolve this properly, slowly, by the parents making them understand that both are parents and all those things. Okay, so if they do not go properly through this stage, then they'll have fixations. It has been stated that in men, the fixation can be in the form of anxiety and guilt about sex and fear of castration. In women, Freud stated that women mostly don't go past this stage and will always have a little fixation of this stage in them. That's why they have this quality of being envious and feeling of being inferior. Okay, so these are the fixation for this stage. So during this stage, another thing that emerges is the superego. So superego develops during this age because now the child has started going to school. So the school environment plus the environment at home will give them instructions, will give them rules, regulations, will give them punishment for not following certain things. So because of the feeling of guilt or shame, it will lead to the emergence of superego. Okay, then comes the latency stage. We all know what latent means. Latent means no actions are occurring. It is a dormant stage. Okay. The latency stage begins from 5 years and it goes up to puberty. From 5 years, it goes up to puberty. Okay, so here there's no erogenous zone because it is a latent phase. Not much changes occur because from 5 years up to the child reaches puberty, it is almost the same stage, same school, same environment, same parents, same friends. Okay, the same environment is same. So here the focus is all on other aspects of life like social environment and all. Now from this time they get to know that this is a mother, this is father, both are my parents, and they are equally important for me because they have environment to talk, like they have peers, they have friends. So the Oedipus and Electra complex get dissolved. Okay. Now this is the phase which is where the solidification of the habits that were there in the other stages, like thumb sucking habits, if it has not been stopped, it gets more solidified, more strong habit. Okay. And during this time, during the latency phase, ego defense mechanism develops. The ego defense mechanism develops during this phase because the child has to deal with so many environmental factors and social factors. Like school, the child may be going to school, she may not have done her homework, she may have a fear that teacher will punish her, so she'll deny it. There may be denial, there may be projection, there may be replacement, there may be reaction formation, right? So all these help in the development of the ego defense mechanism. And Anna Freud stated that this establishment of the ego defense mechanism occurs in the phallic stage. Okay. After this comes the genital stage. From puberty onwards, he's described only up to the genital stage. Certain books give the urethral stage, but most of the books do not. So you can just follow these 5 stages. Okay. So this occurs from puberty onwards. During the time of puberty, there are 2 kinds of changes that occur in a person. Okay. One occurs mentally. Emotional changes occur in a child because now the child is expected to behave like an adult in certain aspect, and the child is expected to behave like a child in certain aspects. So there's a confusion in the child itself whether she should be or he should be treated as an adult or as a child. They are in the threshold. They are confused. And physically also they go through a lot of physical changes. That is, development of secondary sexual characters occur. Okay. Now because of this, there occurs a re-interest in the person of the opposite sex. So during this time, the grad erogenous zone again is the genital region because of all the secondary changes in the sexual characteristics, and gratifying activities, the heterosexual relationship. Interaction with the environment is they'll have a renewal of interest in sexual activities, okay, in forming relationship with the opposite sex. So making of girlfriends, boyfriends, all those come under this phase. This phase usually does not cause any fixation, but if they do not progress in this stage properly, they may have problems making relationships later on. Now, coming to shortcomings of Freud's theory. Freud's theory was not a foolproof theory. It had so many shortcomings. First and foremost, it had a lot of criticism from feminists because whatever he told in all the stages, mostly there are many things which were against the females. Okay, so it stated to be an androcentric theory where where he had difficulty in incorporating female desires. Okay, and second, he did not talk about the role of society in development of behavior, which is actually a very important part of development. And his theory was formulated on children, that also based on certain things were based on sexual characteristics which could not be expected to occur in the way he had talked about it. And okay, it was mainly on children, but the theory stated on children was through his reverse experiments on adult psychological patients. Like adult psychological patient आउँछ अनि उसको reverse history he'll make out the theory. Okay, so it was not a clear-cut theory, and it was not said to be justified. Okay, so this much ends your first theory, that is the psycho theory. What is the other name of psychosexual theory? Psychoanalytical theory. Okay, how much time do we have left? Yes, time is fine. Okay, next theory is the psychosocial theory. The psychosocial theory, psychosocial, please don't be confused. Okay, it is also a stage theory. It progresses through stages. Okay, it was given by a person known as Erik Erikson. His name was something else, but later on he adopted the title of Erikson. Okay, so there's a story behind it. If you want, you can search in the net and read about it. He was a psychoanalyst, so he elaborated a stage or a phase or a stage theory covering whole life. Freud's theory was only up to adolescence. Now his theory was up to whole life, up to the death, from birth to the death of a person. So in each stage, he stated there will be certain tasks. Okay, there will be certain tasks which will check the development of the child. If those tasks are completed by the child properly, he'll move on to the next stage smoothly. If those tasks are not completed properly, it will lead to certain effects on the next stage. Okay, so if the task of one is suppose A task, A task 10 will complete properly, go to the next. If the task is not completed well, certain aspect of A will remain even in stage 2. Okay, so B ma telye asar parcha. So his task was such that a broad type of task exact task गरिएको थिएन. Okay, to those kind of things. Okay, he believed that unsuccessful or unresolved early when investment, and so his stages of his life cycle in his theory were stage 1. It was corresponding to the oral theory of Freud, is the basic trust versus mistrust. Okay. Okay. So you can see this is the stage 1. Then second is the autonomy versus shame or doubt. Okay, autonomy versus shame or doubt. This is the second stage. It corresponds to the anal stage. Third is initiative, which corresponds to the phallic stage. Then industry versus inferiority, which corresponds to the latency. And identity versus role confusion, which corresponds to the which stage? Genital stage. Okay. After that, self-intimacy versus isolation, which corresponds to the which doesn't correspond to any stage because at the stages. So these last 3 stages are to do with adult, it's not to do with pediatric dentistry. Still, we'll just go through it. Okay. Next is adulthood, generativity versus entity things versus in between against each other versus running. So the shame or doubt, initiative versus guilt, right? So these are extreme things which are pitched against each other. So he stated that they can have either of the two. अब यो एज में सबै कुरा राम्रो trust develop हुन्छ. If it doesn't resolve, then it will lead to mistrust, and those can be carried on in future also. Okay, you'll understand more when we talk about the stages. So first is stage 1. Stage 1 is your infancy, from age 0 knowledge. Yeah, you keep from birth to 1 year of age. So here the crisis, okay, there's a crisis going on in the child's life, is basic trust versus mistrust. So life ma bhako certain issues, certain situations, either the child will develop trust towards its environment or the child will develop mistrust. Okay. So here the person mainly concerned with establishment of a secure environment for the child is the mother or the primary caregiver, and the relationship is between the mother and the child, for whom the child is dependent on nutrition and care. Okay, if the mother feeds the baby properly, takes care of the baby properly, provides him a secure environment, it will have a positive impact. Okay, and the child will have to develop trust towards his environment, and in other stages also he'll want to carry this trust further in his life. Okay, but in case the mother doesn't feed him properly, the mother does not provide him a secure environment, then he starts developing mistrust. And mistrust won't end at this stage. It will also be carried forward to the next stages. Okay, so that is the first thing. And here we'll also talk about dental application of it. Example is separation anxiety. Okay, at this age, the child are very scared to be separated from their parents, so develops this separation anxiety. So it's better to do the treatment in the presence of the parents. If you do not do that, and if you bring the child alone, then the child will develop mistrust towards the dentist. Okay, and the child will become frightened and uncooperative. Not have good dentist, and they'll lose with your community. Next is stage 2. Stage 2 is from age 1 to 2 years. Here, the two crises are autonomy versus shame. Autonomy versus shame or doubt. Autonomy भनेको कुनै पनि कुरा independently गर्नु, and shame means when you cannot carry out okay. So here walk, use the bathroom. So they start developing a little self-confidence on themselves because of these motor activities. Okay, if the parents encourage the child to walk, to do his activities properly, they'll gain confidence, control, and independence. Like the child is walking, he suddenly falls, and parents will scold, "Ki, you cannot walk properly." The child will stumble every time, right? So child won't try to get up and walk. Yeah, if the child falls every time, उठाइदिने भन्यो भने पनि child may not build the confidence. So it will result in negative outcome. If the parents are too overprotective or too disapproving, if they're too protective, they don't allow them to explore the environment, or they do not offer anything the child will be ashamed of his behavior and will develop doubt. Put shame or doubt, both are there. Okay, both can be used. The dental application is Now, at this age, child has a parenting activity by himself. So dentist can only give tasks or give him choices like simple choices. You cannot give him choices like whether you want extraction or filling. That's the choice. You can give him simple choices like, do you want to sit on the pink chair or blue chair? Do you want the pink bib or blue bib? Treatment ma pani options have and you can give. But in case he has an emergency swelling, you cannot opt for a fluoride application. Okay, so that has to be there. Okay, so like you want to be done with the spoon excavator or you choose another instrument. That's the type you can give. Okay, so during the time the dental treatment complex can be challenging and may require other behavior modification techniques. Now coming to stage 3. Okay, stage 3 is early childhood from 2 to 6 years. Of 2 years, children start going to preschool. Okay, so they start developing friendship. They start learning the letters. They start learning things. They start budgeting things to do their way. Okay, so if they're allowed to do things their way, to take the initiative, they have positive outcome. If they are not allowed to take the initiative, they are stopped at every activity, parents point finger at them, then they'll develop guilt. Okay, so the description is they develop motor skills and become more engaged in social interaction with people. Positive outcome is if the parents are encouraging, they'll accept without guilt, and they'll use their imagination, they'll take out the initiative of doing something productive. But if the parents are not like that, they do not encourage, they'll find faults with the child, then they develop a sense of guilt and may think that whatever I do is wrong, and they'll think that it's wrong to be independent. Okay, and that will go on to the other stages as well. General application is child should be encouraged because the child is taking initiative. So independent hunu try garda cha, you can be encouraged to view this as an adventure, to do something new. There you can talk to them about their peers, okay, about their friends who have all these things done. They're eager to learn new things. You can show them newer things in the clinic, like you can show them these things. Okay, independence has to be reinforced rather than dependence at this stage. Now coming to stage 4, about elementary school or middle school, from 6 to 12 years, usually they have now in a protective, in a normal got used to the environment. Now they're learning to make new things. They are learning calculations in mathematics also. So they are trying to learn to make tools. They're making handicrafts. Okay. So if they develop a pleasure in doing these activities, that is the industrial things, industrial part, then they'll develop competence. If they do not do that, and if they are belittled, scolded, okay, they'll develop inferiority. Dental application at this age is a little difficult because some children will understand some concept, some will understand some other. Okay, so cooperation depends on whether the child understands what is needed to please the dentist and whether his peer group is supportive if his friends have undergone the same treatment. Like, you should not use abstract terms at this age anyway, because that cannot motivate the child. Okay, like if you wear this appliance, your bile will be better, but you can use concrete concepts like your tooth will lick, you will have good teeth which will make your smile prettier like that of your friend. They'll understand better. Okay, next is stage 5, from age 12 to 18 years. So up to this stage is actually for the pediatric dentistry point of view. Okay, after this actually it's not from our point, but we'll just go through it. Okay, so from age 12 to 18, there are two crises: identity versus role confusion. I've already told you this is an adolescent period. So the child is often confused whether it's a child or an adult, sometimes treated like a child, sometimes as an adult. On top of that, physical changes are occurring. So they always have this confusion of who am I? And if that confusion is clarified properly by the parents, by the activities, okay, like allowing them certain freedom in certain things, but keeping rules that will keep them grounded at that, they'll develop a strong identity and will solve the conflicts. Otherwise, they'll always have confusion as to what am I. Okay, now in the adolescents, they have good relationship and they try to establish relationship with the opposite sex also. And at this time, they do not like to be manipulated by the parents because they think they have become a little older and they can take decisions. So the treatments should be based on what the child wants, what he feels about it, rather than only doing whatever the parents want. Okay, because at this age, they tend to reject parental authority. And for them, peer group approval, peer group भनेको आफ्नै age group को friends को approval is extremely important. And they can also grasp abstract things like these will make your teeth aligned and make your bite proper. They may understand it at this age. Now coming to 6, 7, and 8 stages, those are for adulthood. Like from age 19 to 40 is your young adulthood. During this time, the time where young relationships are formed, they get married, okay, they settle in their life. So here it is intimacy versus isolation. If someone finds good relationship during this time, okay, love relationship, they'll develop a lasting bond with them. They have a close friendship, they share it with others, okay. If they have not got this kind of relationship, they will have fear of commitment, they may feel isolated, they may feel lonely, so they may get certain psychological aspects about it. This stage 7 is middle adulthood. Now from 40 to 65 years, this is the time where it's family is also there, everything is settled, so it's more concentrated on making a status in the society. So if they follow their passion, they carry out the activities that is close to their heart, they become creative. Otherwise they feel they are going to the job, coming back, daily routine, tiring, it feels like a stagnation, okay. And if they have been creative, they have been satisfied with their life, that will continue even for the next generation. They'll be able to tell the next generation what to do, what to not to do, to give positive feedback, to give suggestions. But otherwise they'll be self-centered and they'll be stagnated in their life. The last stage is from age 65 up to the death. So that at this age the person will retire. Now he has to stay at home and wait for a certain time to till his death, okay. So this is the time where they start reflecting upon their life. If they have led a very good life, they've enjoyed, they've done their creative things, they've trusted the environment, they'll feel fulfillment and they don't mind even dying. They'll accept death easily. But if they've not led the life properly, the dissatisfaction of not having done this, that, then they'll always have despair and they'll fear death because they've not fulfilled certain criteria they wanted to in their life. So therefore it develops integrity versus despair. Integrity भनेको एकै ठाउँमा राम्ररी माइन्डले काम गर्ने, okay, to get integrated, and despair means sadness, okay. Now the merits of this theory are, it is a age-wise classification, so it was good. So age appropriate ma garyo ule, okay, it's simple and comprehensive to understand. Demerits are like he talked only about two extremes, kaile kahi bichako pani huna sakcha, right? And he did not have many evidence to support his conclusions. So today we'll finish up to this psychosocial theory. Next we'll have tomorrow itself. Tomorrow, because Nishidagya has been extended, so we can have class 12 tomorrow itself, okay. So ajako chai Rekha, please send me the names of त्यो तिमीले जुन attendance निकालेको छ त्यसमा please send me only the names last 3टा क्लासको, only the names of people who are absent, okay. I have the outline, म त्यसमा add गर्छु, because again checking from table confusing हुँदो रहेछ, okay. So you just send me the names of people who have been absent and send it to me in this thing only. Viber ma pathai pani bhayo, otherwise you can send it in the in my mail itself. And those who've not submitted, those who've not got marks, you won't get it, okay. Yo kolyo Viber nadiko bhaneko Kunika and Samiksha, you have not given Viber, oh.
Ma'am, मैले पनि दिएको थिएन, म absent थिएँ भाइबामा.
Who else is absent? Rekha?
I was absent in Viva.
Oh, I भनेको को?
Ma'am, Rekha.
Do you have a name? त भन्दैछु नि, is it Rekha भनेर?
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
name is all in absent only. I've already put it. Rekha, Kunika, and Samiksha, right? So 3 of you absent. Anyone else absent? I think only 3 hola. I have your attendance anyway, no problem. Okay, so please you all keep your marks also. We'll put that in your logbook and you have to get it signed. Okay, logbook could be it there and you'll get signature there. I also have a record.
Okay.
I have already the record about it. Okay, so today's class you all can leave. Please read about it properly. And because you you can ask me in the next class. Okay, so I may leave today's class.